Sammy here, with another story you probably shouldn't listen to alone. There's a reason the government shut down Station Echo. It was one of dozens of Cold War-era listening posts hidden deep in the mountains of Northern Europe. It went offline in 1987, after what they called a signal contamination. But last month, someone picked it up again. A strange, low-frequency hum, followed by breathing. Then a voice whispered, "If you can hear this, they already found you." No one took it seriously at first, until hikers in that same area vanished. Their camp was found untouched, backpacks zipped, but there were burnt footprints leading away from the fire, blackened impressions in the snow. Local police dismissed it as a hoax, until one officer who investigated called the station frequency on his patrol radio and never came back. A 3-man rescue team was sent into the valley. They were streaming live back to base through body cams. You can still find fragments of that footage if you know where to look. The video cuts in and out, but one part is clear. A voice on their comm says, "Stop walking." Only none of them had said it. They reached the building at dawn. An old steel door, half rusted, half melted. Inside, dust, old radio gear, and a flickering green light on the console. One of them whispered, "It's still transmitting." And right then, the feed glitched. The last thing seen is a figure in the far corner, motionless, but facing the camera. When a second team arrived 3 days later, everything was gone. The console was cold, the equipment unplugged, but the logbook was open. Last entry, 3:07 a.m., incoming message confirmed. And next to it, 3 burnt fingerprints. Declassified documents from 1994 mentioned Project Echo, audio phenomenon unknown. It described a sound wave that caused hallucinations, memory loss, and mass paranoia. The report ends abruptly with, "Do not respond to the signal." But someone did. And since then, the same signal has been detected every few months in different countries. A truck driver in Finland claimed to hear it over his CB radio. He described a child's voice saying his name, even though the line was dead. 2 days later, he was found parked on the highway shoulder. His engine was still running, and his dashcam showed a faint silhouette standing by his window just before static took over. Radio enthusiasts call it the wandering signal. It doesn't stay in one place. Every week, new coordinates, always the same time, 3:07 a.m. They say it copies your voice. That's how it spreads, through the sound of the people who hear it. If you listen long enough, it starts speaking back, in your own tone. Last night, another clip leaked. A radio operator from an Arctic base caught the signal again. At first, just static, then whispering. And finally, a sentence. "We're almost through the frequency. You left the door open." Right before the transmission ends, the operator gasps, and something whispers his name from behind him. Technology connects us, but not every connection is meant to exist. Some frequencies aren't from this world, they're doorways. And once they open, something always wants to step through. So if you ever hear a faint voice through the static, don't answer, because the signal might not be calling for help. It might be calling for you.